Welcome to another episode of Trending Niches, where me and Milo find current t-shirt trends on Amazon and Redbubble. And just in case you didn't know, we actually use POD.CS for that, which is a really cool research tool which you can sign up to for free and try a lot of their features out for free. And if you want to sign up to one of their subscription plans, then make sure to use the code PA50 to get 50% off their monthly or annual plans. One of the biggest trends that I notice at the moment is baseball related, and I'm guessing that there's some sort of finals going on or important matches. I don't know, I don't follow baseball, but there is quite a lot of shirts which are not generic baseball like this one, American flag and silhouette, but that are related to a certain city like Cleveland. We've got Atlanta here, Ring the Bell Philadelphia, and the problem with these shirts is whilst you often see them selling really well, they also get taken down all the time or get rejected if you submit a design like this. So baseball, or generally sport plus city, in case you didn't know, is usually not safe because you're profiting off the official team. So be careful with this. You're going to see a lot of shirts doing well at the moment, but unless you're doing generic designs which don't have to do with a city or a team specifically, then it's probably not safe. And another trend that I found which is a bit shady, see what I did there, is guess who's back again. And it's cross-niched with Jesus. I suppose this is for Easter. However, the sentence that's being used in these designs is from a very famous song by Eminem. And it's not just slightly famous, it has, I checked the YouTube video, it has like 1.6 billion views. So definitely not safe. I know this isn't Eminem in the design and it's meant for Easter, but still, if you're using lyrics of popular songs, you're definitely putting your account at risk, because these are mainly selling because people think of Eminem's song when they see these designs. So whilst these are funny and definitely cool, you can tell like a lot of them are very recently posted and probably not safe and will be removed fairly soon from Amazon. So niche number one is an interesting trend related to baseball, which you can actually sell. This is mums against white baseball pants, and I thought this was really funny. Very simple text-based designs that are doing well here. That doesn't mean that you have to create text-based designs. Obviously the messy hairband style seems to work as well, or this groovy font design is selling as well. And these are all very recently posted, right? So we've got March 2023, February, March, 0 reviews on basically all of these shirts. So your competition is not very established yet. What I mean by that is if people search for this phrase specifically and your design pops up next to the bestseller, people don't think, well, this one has a ton of reviews, so I'm obviously going to pick this. It's way more open because it's such a relatively new trend. Now, obviously, the higher BSR shirts will rank more higher on the page, naturally, but nevertheless, this is a good trend to enter, which is sort of benefiting off the fact that baseball is really popular right now, but is not related to any of the big teams or whatever. So definitely an interesting one to look further into, and I hope I can help you get some sales. And here's another trend that has suddenly popped up recently, and this one's getting a ton of sales volume. My son-in-law is my favorite child. Tons of different design styles that sell. And notice also there's a couple of shirts here on the slate color as the thumbnail, so that's another good idea to stand out in new trends. If you select a different color for your thumbnail, or you deselect black, you could stand out among all of these other shirts that are basically all black. And yeah, so this one, top seller, 5,000 BSR, 0 reviews. It literally just dropped in BSR. I just had a look at the curve, and it's getting a ton of sales suddenly. Now that might be because they just started spending a ton of money on ads, but there is also a lot of other shirts that are selling really well. So this isn't just a one-off thing. It seems to be a trending phrase that a lot of people are interested in buying right now. So definitely jump on this if you're in the lower tiers and try and get some sales with this trend. Here's a detailed page for the top seller, and if we look at the BSR history, then right here, 16th of March, 23rd of March, it was sitting at 2 million BSR, and then suddenly by the end of March, so only about a week and a half ago, this dropped to 300k and then slowly kept on creeping down into the below 10k range. So crazy drop in BSR. You can also see similar designs right here for some inspiration. I do like this one. This is from Kittle's a template library. That's very easy to create with Kittle, this type of design. I always still like this groovy font style with the vibrant colors. I think that looks very neat. Maybe I'll do an updated tutorial on this as well in the future, because it's so easy to create, but it does definitely stand out, and it's a very trendy style that works in so many different niches. So yeah, that gives you some inspiration for this niche right here. There's some keywords for you to look at as well, short ones and long tail ones. And for trend number 3, we've got one of the many awareness topics for this month. This is child abuse awareness. Tons of designs doing well. The color scheme is obviously blue, or mainly blue. There's a bit of yellow in some of these designs, but for the most part, we see like blue trees, messy hair buns in blue, the rainbow style design. I've also got a bundle with different rainbows of different colors, which is in my t-shirt designs bundles, where I think there's like red, blue, green, pink. Just gives you a set to choose from essentially for various different awareness topics. These do well like all the time. There's always something else going on. This seems to be doing well for April. Now in April we were blue. I'm pretty sure there's a trademark within that phrase, so be careful. I'm not sure if you can sell that. This design is also cool and stands out quite a lot, which is interesting because it doesn't follow the appropriate color scheme in a sense. It's very, very vibrant mixed colors, but still it refers to the same topic. It shouldn't hurt to be a child. Maybe that is a route to go down. Rather than copying what everyone else does with the colors, this will make you stand out. You could even put this on a white t-shirt as a background as well, to have a variation there which pops even more between our black ones. So I'm not saying copy that, but use that style with that color scheme maybe and make a tree variation of it, right? That could be an idea. Whilst people might be looking to wear something blue, this is still being purchased right now because 270,000 BSR means multiple sales a day from my experience. So definitely worth trying. I hope that gives you some ideas and inspiration, and I hope you have fun designing. Next up, we've got neurodiversity. This is a bit of a sub-niche to autism awareness because, once again, it's Autism Awareness Month. I've mentioned that a ton of times now, but this is, well, autism is the biggest trend right now in terms of awareness topics. However, there is a lot of competition in the autism niche, so you have to find sub-niches or do some really good cross-niche designs where you have a variety of topics that are mixed together with autism. And in this case, I thought I'd suggest neurodiversity with you because there's various designs doing really well here. It's an interesting different color scheme. As you can see, it's a variety of different phrases and topics that work. So we've got some designs with brains in them. We've got these infinity signs right here. It's typically a lot of rainbow color schemes. We've got the neurodiversity is beautiful phrase. I've noticed that one in the keywords research tab, which is over here, right here, keywords analysis tool. I noticed that one getting quite a few monthly searches. So people want a shirt specifically that says neurodiversity is beautiful. That might be something worth looking into. We've got the puzzle design style right here with a brain. Maybe use some different silhouettes of different topics and mix them with the puzzle design style. But the phrase neurodiversity is beautiful on there. If it's not trademarked, that is. I didn't actually double check that. So yeah, always make sure before you publish it, even before you create a design, always make sure to check the phrase with either tmhunt.com or with Productor on Merch from Amazon, which just makes it a lot easier than searching directly on the USPTO database because it's just not very user friendly. Bear that in mind before you even start designing. I would always personally check for trademarks. And moving on, another trend, I'm sorry if I'm boring you with the awareness topics, but there's just so many that are doing well right now for April. This one is military kids or military child, and it runs throughout the entire month of April. Obviously, the color scheme is purple for this one. Yeah, I mean, notice that there's 3 bestsellers right here with a BSR of around 100k, and all of them have been posted in 2023. So that just shows it is not impossible to get sales with new designs, newly posted designs, even if the niche is a bit bigger. You just have to have a good design and a really good listing. You have to have a bit of luck, don't get me wrong, but nevertheless, it is not impossible. And I won't go into detail for this niche because I actually covered it in my April niches video. I also went over this one there in terms of what to design, so check that out if you want to get some more in-depth knowledge. And next up, another awareness topic. This one is a bit more under the radar though. This is sexual assault awareness for the month of April. The color scheme is teal, which I think looks really, really nice. Also notice, whilst a lot of these designs are aimed at women, we've got this one over here that says #men2. So that might be a sub niche worth considering. So check this one out. Very, very interesting. Some cool looking designs, and it's not as mainstream as like autism, for example. Niche number 7 is a very low competition Redbubble trend. It's caffeinated, medicated, hydrated, and we see a lot of very simple text-based designs right here. Not a lot of them feature coffee, which I would have expected considering that it says caffeinated, so maybe that's something worth adding to your designs. And yeah, just scroll through this, look for inspiration. I do like this one right here with the rainbow as well, which does have a coffee mug next to it. We've got some nursing graphics as well in some of these designs, so definitely check this out. Very low competition and currently trending on Redbubble. And next up, we've got quite a funny one. So the only thing shorter than me is my attention span. Obviously alluding to the fact that a lot of people have a very short attention span these days, thanks to the internet and things like shorts, TikToks, that stuff. So trending on Redbubble, only 20 results, by the way, super small. And in my opinion, a lot of these results can definitely be improved upon. Very sort of, I don't know, not very easy to read, boring text, boring layout. Yeah, not very inspiring. So I'm pretty sure you can do better if you're watching this. Put up some nice designs that stand out in these search results. It shouldn't be too hard, and you'll be one among very few. And next up, we've got I thought growing old would take longer. This has got 148 results, so slightly more competitive, but for Redbubble, I think that's very respectable still. And yeah, so this one obviously aimed at retired people, I suppose, but you could still get this, or I could see someone getting this as like a joke gift for someone who's turning 30 perhaps. This design style looks quite nice right here with the colors and the font choice. I like the texture overlay. Growing old is a bit hard to read with that very thin font, but overall I think this looks quite interesting next to some of these more basic text-based designs, which can also work. Like, I'm not saying you have to make very decorative designs all the time. I think something like this right here, which is very easy to read, stands out, can work just as well. And yeah, people definitely like this, right? Easy to read in search results and fairly simple and basic. This is also a nice easy phrase to just test out various different text styles with, or text type of t-shirt designs, where you use different fonts, you add some different things to the design, maybe some envelope distort effects, you know, to make it wavy or to have an arch in the text. Just play around with it, create a few different variations of this, and then you've got, I don't know, like 10 designs to upload, and you've done some practice for other niches as well. And the next trend I found is safety first, just kidding, coffee first. So once again, we've got something for coffee lovers, only 32 results. So finding sub niches like this for a big broad niche like coffee is definitely very interesting and valuable, because whilst this is trending, you could pick up a few sales perhaps and then maybe create an evergreen design that way that sells in the coffee niche. So definitely worth considering. You see obviously text-based designs with coffee graphics, that's what you would expect. I would definitely put the emphasis on coffee first, kind of like this person has done right here with a nice scripty font that stands out amongst the sans serif font. So yeah, that's interesting, worth considering. I could also see this working in a circular design style, where you've got safety first across the top, then just kidding in small letters like in the middle, and then coffee first at the bottom with a graphic in the middle like a vintage sunset or something like that. And yeah, so have fun designing for this. Not a lot of results, not too much to look at. That's also an interesting layout, although the fonts are slightly harder to read here, but it's interesting they put it on a purple t-shirt. Definitely stands out in these search results. So yeah, have fun designing, and I hope you can pick up some sales in this trend. And next up, we've got you never fail until you stop trying, which is very true. We've got 309 results, so slightly more competition compared to the other ones. But at the top, some very boring text designs, so I do think you can do a better job of that. And yeah, whilst this phrase is definitely very applicable, I actually posted it on my community tab not that long ago, so very applicable to print on demand. Also, one thing to mention about failing is that when you fail, you just learn how to do stuff better. You're not actually doing something bad. Fail has a very negative connotation, but you kind of have to see it more as first attempt and learning, right? You're always learning by failing, and you're getting better as part of the process for anything, for anyone. Also, one thing that's very common amongst like successful people with $1 million businesses is that they started and failed tons and tons of businesses before their successful ones. So it's not like they just woke up one day and became successful overnight. They had a long process many years before that where they were trying different stuff, but they kept failing and kept going, kept learning from their mistakes. So yeah, just whilst looking through this phrase, I thought I'd give you some more motivation and inspiration. I hope that helps, and I hope you have fun creating designs. Meanwhile, I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you want to learn how to find trends early, then make sure to check out this video next, where I show you a really easy and good research method.